be Dr. Jean Johnson, and I'll give you some background. Dr. Jean Johnson is a research analyst at the Langston University Rehabilitation Research and Training Center on research and capacity building for minority entities. Dr. Johnson has worked with Dr. Moore on several projects. She worked as a coordinator of the Vocational Evaluation Laboratory at the University of Memphis for 7 years and has experience as a VR counselor for the Tennessee Division of Rehabilitation Services. Dr. Johnson.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So if you're wondering, will she be quick? The answer is yes. We started out talking about, right from the beginning, what's in this for you? Imagine you want to know what's in it for me. And so we started out talking about what's in it for you. And Dr. Moore and everybody after him has told you what's in it for you. There is a handout in the folder that you can read and see what's in it for you. But let me add one more thing that I think is in it for you after I have sat here today and listened to the presentations. Little did I know when I came here just about 5 short years ago to be a professor, to be a teacher in the rehab counseling program, that I would one day stand here among the pioneers and the giants in the field that I had come to love and invested so much time and energy to be a part of. And then to sit in a room filled with the movers and shakers at noted HBCUs across the country. That was in it for me, and I had no idea when I came to Langston in 2009. And so what I'm saying is now the other thing that's in it for you is that one day when the history again is told about the field of rehabilitation and who were the ones to help get started, and then along came a bunch of folks that accepted the baton to carry it on and move it on, you can be a part of that history. Now that's it. Next time names are read, your university's name will be read. I'm grateful to be here, and I thank for the opportunity to share I'm honored to accept the baton, and with this wonderful group, the project team here, to share with them and taking this baton to help improve the human condition and people with disabilities, the quality of their lives, which is near and dear to my heart. Now, in terms of the application, you've heard a lot about already what has to be done, how you can qualify. In your packet, there is the application. And so what I want to ask you to do is take it out. It has instructions starting on page 1 about how to apply, about the RRTC model. You got it out? Yes. So you can tell the professor, you got found the page yet? And then it starts on page 2 with the criteria and the application procedures. The application is also in this packet. As you've been told, the institution is the one that's applying. The entity is the one that's applying. That application is on pages in this form, and this is on pages 4 through 6. And what I'm going to simply ask you to do at this moment is take a look at those pages 4 through 6. See if there's something there that you want me to expand upon or clarify. As that you would be including that information. I'm thinking at this moment that Dr. Manibe developed this application. I'm thinking that part is, Rather straightforward. Anything you want to ask about that's there at the moment?
Are there items that, if our institution does not have one of the identified items, does that lessen our competitiveness?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
Think about the other, one of the criteria has, just others.
Okay.
So it decides what the other is.
I'm more talking about the box items beginning on page 5.
Okay.
And it has a faculty research development coordination, and then on page 6, the faculty mentoring program information. If we are missing either and or both, would that be an issue? Okay.
Now, you said the last two, the one at the bottom of page 5 and the one at the top of page 6.
Yes.
No, it would not, because if you notice, in the asking would provide, it does say if your institution has it, and an if would not eliminate you. And that's acknowledging that your institution may not.
May not. Cool, cool.
Anything else? And we'll be here tomorrow if tonight, when you have nothing else to do in Atlanta. And look at this application again. We'll be here tomorrow to answer questions about it as well. So you would apply as the institution has been noted, and then you would nominate 3 fellows, and then they would fill out the application that starts on page 7. And as you can see, they're the ones that's got all the, that's got to come up with all the information. Page 7 through 16.
So there would be 3 copies of page 7 through 16 per fellow.
Yeah, yeah.
Per fellow nominee.
Yeah, per fellow nominee, yeah. Yeah, Dr. Morris, and we should clarify that. So each nominee would have to fill out 7 through 16, so it would be 3 coming from the institution. Make copies of it and get it offline. You say somebody said?
In the back, right here.
Right here? Yeah, John.
Does each peer, do they have separate research agendas, or for the school, do they need to have a similar research agenda?
That's a good question. I don't think we,
That came from my sponsor programs folks.
Yeah.
good question.
I think that in terms of, we had talked about, it's hard to know who's gonna be in the pool and what their interests are. And I think we have been open to seeing whether some groups kind of, naturally find a topic that they all share, that overlap, that's of interest. And so we're open to them being able to kind of cross.
But do they have to?
You don't have to.
Okay.
We think that it would be probably the richest of experiences for them, and also in terms of covering the populations. Imagine looking at a data set and focusing just on one, but if you actually have a peer that is interested in looking at a different population. So ideally, that we would want them to be able to collaborate across universities. But we have to see who comes in and what their interests are and be responsive to that. So I hope that answers.
So I think somebody answered this, talked about it before. So the 3 people from, let's say, my institution may be on the same team and may not be on the same team. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Based upon their interests and expertise. Is that?
Yeah, and it's more about their interests. We're going to work on their expertise, whatever they. But yes, it's definitely more in terms of interest.
Okay.
But to ask a question though about the interest, especially as it is articulated here. It may be that they have an idea about what it is they're interested in, but as a result of the training, it's refocused. Is that possible? I mean, are they locked into what they write on this document?
long as they address priority A, that's what we're gonna say right now. They have to address priority A of the NIDA priorities. And that priority speaks to doing research that focuses on the 3 NIDA domains and persons from traditionally underserved populations. And those 3 domains are employment, community living and participation, and health and function. So as long as their interest reflects that, then that's what we're really looking for in terms of meeting a minimal sort of criteria.